Top 5 tips on how to get the best image quality out of the DJI Pocket 4. Let's go! What's good, guys? My name is Oleg Nikitin, you are watching No Limits On channel, and this is the brand new DJI Pocket 4. And the first tip is obviously to go into the D-Log mode. We had the D-Log M on the Pocket 3, but now we have the full-size proper D-Log on the Pocket 4. And in this mode you gain about 2 more stops of dynamic range compared to the Pocket 3. Basically, in Pocket 4 we have 2 main modes, the normal mode, which is 10-bit, and also the D-Log, which also has 10-bit colors, and you are able to color grade this footage easily and to get those amazing results. Plus, you get not as over-sharpened and over-processed image, and you get the full dynamic range of your Pocket 4. The second tip is image adjustment. In the menu, you can adjust the sharpness of the image and also the noise reduction. The sharpness is being adjusted from +2 to -2, and in my opinion, the -1 is the sweet spot. You still get a detailed image, but it's not over-sharpened or over-processed. And in terms of the noise reduction, I would stick to the 0, because at +1 it's getting pretty aggressive, and at -2 you still get a lot of noise. And if you're not planning to denoise this footage in post, I would stick to the 0 point in the noise reduction setting. The next tip is to use the proper shutter speed, like 1/50th of a second at 25 FPS, like I'm showing you right now. This is the proper motion blur. But to achieve this, you'll need an ND filter. And right here I have a full set of ND filters from Freewell. We have a ton of different ones like ND32, 64, and even the ND1000, which allows you to use this 2-second exposure on a time-lapse and achieve this pretty cool motion blur effect. And without a proper shutter speed, the Pocket 4 more and more looks like a smartphone, because your smartphone is always using very short shutter speeds because it simply doesn't have an ND filter and it's having to lower the exposure basically. So with the ND filter, it looks so much more natural and cinematic. The next tip is not really obvious because the Pocket 4 does have a 3-axis gimbal, but it doesn't prevent the vertical axis movement. So if you are just walking with this gimbal like so, and you're not actually paying attention on how you hold it and how you move, you'll get pretty shaky footage anyway, because the vertical axis is not being stabilized. So you have to use the ninja walk and to stabilize the vertical axis with your own body. Walk from heel to toe and try not to move your hands, so the gimbal is kind of gliding through the space and not actually doing like this. A pretty obvious tip, but not everybody is doing like so, and it's really important to get a smooth footage. And the final tip for today, guys, is to use 2x lossless zoom more often, because you'll have better parallax effect and you'll have more engagement with the audience. You'll make the scene more dynamic using the 2x digital zoom. The image quality is still okay, the 4x zoom is so-so, but the 2x zoom is more than usable. And also, guys, please do not forget to set the focus point. Tap and hold, and then the autofocus will be locked and you won't have any jumps of the autofocus when you go past an object or a person passes in front of the lens. This is a crucial thing to have really nice image quality without the jumpiness of the image with the autofocus performance. Use the 2x camera more often and lock the autofocus. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notifications bell. And right here I have a full in-depth comparison of the Pocket 3 versus the iPhone 15 Pro Max in Dubai. See you in that video, guys. Take care. Bye.